Hey, what's up YouTube? Alright, this is going to be a different video from the videos I normally make because I know there's a lot of persons out there, like I was one too, who was like basically curious as to how do you get into programming? What's the easiest language to learn? Alright, this is going to be my opinion, but I've tried other languages. I've tried C++, I've tried Java, I've done HTML, and I've done Python, but it all changed when I found Python. Python is the language, straight up. That's going to be my bias experience and my bias opinion. Python is the language you want to learn if you want to get into programming. Alright, so first of all, how do you get started into Python? Well, I already have my Google search up here, and just Google search Python and then go to python.org. Alright, when you go to python.org, you'll be presented, you just go straight to your download section, like right here, and you download whichever Python you want. The question is, if you're new to programming, you're going to say, which one of these Pythons I should get? 3.43 is basically the newer version of Python. Then you're saying, why is there a Python 2.7.1? Alright, that's the older, more compatible Python. That's the stuff that most persons grow up on and use. But if you're asking me to recommend one for you, to say use the Python 3.4.3 because it's the newer one and it has all the good stuff in it. You know, not so compatible backwards, but it's the better one to do. So alright, let's get into it. So I'm assuming that you're just going to click on it, download, and it's a pretty simple installation process. I will not be doing it in this video. I'm just going to demonstrate for you persons who are very new to programming, but you want to do this and you hear that, oh my god, it's a lot of maths and you have to know algebra and all of that stuff. Lie. It's a lie. It's a lie from the politicians. It's a lie from the politicians. Don't believe it. There's no such thing like that. Alright, so we're going to bring up our Python shell. This is what it looks like. What is a Python shell? What is the shell, first of all? If you're new to coding, you realize the shell is basically like an interpreter. That's where you write your code. You can't just write it anywhere. If you're going to be doing homework, I'd assume that you'd use a textbook or, or exercise book, basically, to write your homework in. So basically, this is like your Python exercise book. So this is where you do your code. It's not exclusively where you do your code, but as a new person starting out first into coding, this is where you're going to do the most of your writing and your code. Alright, I hope that is pretty much simple. So let's see what this coding thing is all about. Alright, in Python, I'm not going to teach you Python necessarily from A to Z. I'm just going to show you how easy it is to start. Because seriously, when I was going to start in coding, I heard it was like, oh my god, you have to do something like hieroglyphics and something like that, recognize patterns, know maths, be a literal maths geek to get ahead in this thing. But I'm going to show you how easy it is with Python. Alright, first of all, we start off with the first and most important thing you'll ever need to know is a variable. What is a variable? Alright, so we're going to create a variable. Alright, if you're new to programming, you're going to be asking me, what is a variable? What is this thing? Alright, so you can name your variable anything. To show you, I'm going to name my variable cow. Yes, cow can be anything. So I'm going to put cow, and then you see this equal signs here that says equal. Really, what it's saying is, this is whatever I'm going to write next is going to be stored in cow. So that's how we do it in programming. So cow equals, let's say, 5. So what really happens here is we're saying we're storing the number 5 here inside the variable cow. What's a variable again? A variable is a placeholder. If I never said it before, I'm saying it now. So you heard it. It's a placeholder. So basically, it's a place in memory, in your computer's memory, that it remembers that, okay, there's this integer. Yes, I didn't use the word number. Integer 5, and it's now stored in this variable or in this box called cow. All right, you see how easy it is already? Not getting into any pile of maths here. So if your head, start to feel woozy and you want to fall asleep, or you feel like this is too much, then maybe coding is not for you, because this is as easy as it gets. If you try something like Java, you are going to know what a headache feels like, because it's not this simple. So okay, so we have cow and we enter. All right, suppose we want to create another variable. Let's call this cat. Okay, our next variable is cat, and what can we do? We can store another number in it. So we're going to store the number 8 inside the cat. Yes, so when we're reading, we read from the right side. Yes, it's right. Yes, right to left, not necessarily left to right. Sometimes that causes confusions. Basically, so we're looking and said the number 8 is stored inside the variable cat, not cat stored in the number 8. No, and we're not going to use the word number so much. So we're going to say that integer, which is a whole number from 1 to God he knows when it stops, is a whole number, and it's basically been stored into cat. So you're going to be asking me, what happened to our cow here? Our cow is still in memory. Our cat is now in memory. Whenever we see cow, we know that it stores, that box stores 5, and when we see cat, it stores the number 8. So basically, we can even combine both of these variables together, and that's called concatenation. Took me a while to understand what the hell concatenation was, but the first thing I found out, and it made it easier for me, it's just smushing it together. So we can say another variable, which is cop, is equal to cow plus, or concatenate, cat. And to get it out, we just simply write print. Print is the way we demonstrate and show whatever we have in the variable. So we print out cop, which stores cat and cow combined, and we get 13. Alright, that's pretty much it already. That's basically coding in its essence. We're using Python. Trust me, this is the most simple programming language I know that is out there. Seriously, HTML is even harder than this, if you ask me. So basically, that's an introduction to the world of programming. I'd encourage you to start with Python. Start with Python. It's the best language to start with. If you guys really enjoy these videos and you want me to get into more Python basics, I'll be happy to do so. But you have to like, subscribe, and just tell me that you like it, or else I'll just be doing my other videos. And before I go, the first question is, which should have been the first question, what can Python do for you? I'm going to say everything. What I use Python for is as a stepping stone to learn my other languages. There are other languages I know, and Python is the way that by which I got to know how to operate in them. Alright, this seems simple enough for you? You want more? Let me know. Alright, so that's it. That's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe if you can.